Hey everybody, welcome to episode 1 of my friend and I's journey through Godot. We're currently right now working on a mobile game that we're building in Godot from the ground up, basically. This mobile game is based off a old mobile game that we released a long while ago called Hackytron. This is around 2012. And it just wasn't a game that we could sustain with like the server cost, and also what it was built on wasn't necessarily the best thing, I believe. I'm a graphic designer, kind of UI guy. I have a friend, he's a developer. So I just take his word for it that, we needed to change engines, I guess. We built it on something called PhoneGap. I'm not too familiar with what that is, but I know that was some sort of pain point for him. And so we kind of shelved the game for a while, over a decade. And just the other month, we decided hey, let's give it another go. Let's try the game again. We both always talk about it here and there. So we decided to pick up Godot and just start working on it and making this phone game work. I've not really worked in many game engines before. I've tried Unity, Unreal Editor, and they're just not, there's a lot in there. It was always very daunting to go into those, but Godot's just been kind of clicking, even though there's some stuff in Godot that is a little wonky to use to set up. So maybe I'll have some things I learned that I can share with people, or maybe answer questions about stuff that you may have questions about Godot. I am by far no expert in Godot. And we just want to see, where this goes. And just start building this game. We have a very working rudimentary alpha version of it. So we actually have some of our friends joining in on our testing, and people are playing in the game right now. So let me tell you a little bit about what the game is. I might put, depending on where I'm positioned here, probably around over here, I'll put up some images of what the game actually is. The game is called Color Coded, and how you play is you set yourself a code. It's a 5-color code, and you pick those colors from a palette that you have accessible to you. We have a couple palettes that are like a default palette, and they're just various colors. I try to make some nice aesthetically pleasing palettes. Basically, you have a palette up to 9 colors to choose from, and you set your code with these colors, hence the name Color Coded. And you lock down your code, and then you go to a hacker network. And in the hacker network, this is where you can actually go hack other people's codes. So you'll go tap on a person, bring up their code, and you try to hack and figure out what their code was. Right now it's very simple. You're just hacking people back and forth. The difficulty lies in the palettes. We're trying not to link too much of a difficulty scale to palettes, but it's kind of fun to make some really tough ones. So right now, when you hack your friends in the hacker network, you'll click on their little button there that says hack. You'll go in there and you'll try to guess their 5-color code. Some people only have access to 3 or 4 colors right now, but as you hack more and more in the game, you'll progress and unlock more of your keypad all the way up to 9. So the palettes right now, they vary in difficulty. Some are very easy to kind of remember and figure out. Other ones are a little bit more difficult. I have one palette in here that's just shades of black that are very, very close to each other. That one is notoriously hated around here because of how difficult it is. So I might have to turn down that difficulty a little bit. Who knows? But right now, there's no power-ups or defensive items right now to help you hack or help you defend your code. So just right now, we just have people hacking back and forth. So far, it's been a lot of fun seeing everybody, play around in there and hack, hacking people back and forth, getting a lot of good feedback. Right now, everything, like I said, is very basic. We have a basic settings in there to kind of set your name. We have, some other stuff in there like, we have the ability to do a friend code. So you can actually copy a unique code out of the game and then share with your friend, and they can friend you in there. There's a lot of really cool stuff to do. There's also a lot of cool backend stuff. It's a website backend system called Loot Locker, and it takes care of all our avatars and currency and the palettes and all this stuff in there that we normally have to manually set up a server for on our side. So it's saving him a lot of work to not have to do all that backend stuff. And then also at the same time makes it really easy for me to go in and just add new palettes as I create them, or new avatars as I create them. So that's some really cool stuff. On maybe the next episode, The next installment of this, I'll maybe share a little bit more in detail for those specific things. Just right now, I wanted to give a quick overview of what I intend to do with this series. And I think it's just a lot of fun. I find it really interesting, and I'm learning a lot of Godot stuff going through, and sometimes figuring out things that might not be necessarily documented, or like are very good tutorials out there on how to do. So I can't wait to share all that stuff. This is going to be fun. Thank you very much for watching, and I can't wait to share some more of our game as we progress through this crazy journey of Godot. And you'll be able to see us work on this game from basically, pretty much the beginnings. We're in our alpha all the way up to our release, and all the cool stuff that we're going to be adding along the way. We're going to be dropping like new features here and there. We already have a laundry list of things that we do want to add to the game to make it more fun and more cool. So yeah, stick with us on this adventure, and can't wait to show you more later.